Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's message is, are you hungry for love? Are you hungry for love? Okay, before we jump into this message, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go down to the description and you'll see a link that says online store all the way to the bottom. Just click on that link and there you have it. Okay, now it's time for today's affirmation. And here it is. I am stepping into my power and shining my light. All right, ladies, let this sink in. I am stepping into my power and shining my light. All right, we talk a lot about embracing your power on this channel. So step into your power and let your light shine to the world. Okay, this is what this affirmation is about. As you go through your day, I want you to think about this affirmation and just let it sink into your very soul that you are stepping into your power and let your light shine. Okay, all right. On this channel, to show my appreciation to you for your support, I will be giving away an affirmation deck just like this one once this channel reaches 100,000 subscribers. And believe it, we're almost there. So I will be randomly choosing one of the subscribers to receive this deck. Okay? It's 53 cards in this deck. So you'll have 53 days to say your affirmations, and then you can start all over again. Okay, but this way you'll have your own deck. Okay, so good luck to everybody. If you are a subscriber, then you have a chance of winning this deck once this channel hits 100,000 subscribers. And I will be announcing the winner. Okay, so once the channel hits, listen up, because you could be the lucky winner. Okay, doke. Now, let's dive into our message today. And our message is, are you hungry for love? All right. Now, this message was inspired by a letter that came in. So let's dive into the letter, and we're going to talk about this topic today. Okay, here we go. Here's a young lady that says, I met this guy about 2 years ago. Was introduced to him through a mutual friend. Okay, well, hopefully this friend that introduced you to this man was a real friend and not just somebody that you knew, an acquaintance. Okay, because I do recommend that you meet someone that somebody can introduce you to. Okay, and hopefully they really know the person and not just introducing you to somebody that they know of. They don't know him, but they know of him. Okay, here we go. We clicked immediately and started dating. He seemed right for me. All right, be careful, because in the beginning, Everybody seems right. Okay. It's a long distance relationship. Okay. Now here we go. He lives in another city. He told me he was a single dad. Even showed me a picture of his son. He could show you a picture of any kid and tell you anything if he lives out of state. If it's a long distance relationship, they can tell you anything. How do you know? I am a single mom. I noticed that all of our dates happen in my house. Okay, that's a no-no. Don't start dates at your house. Okay, your date should be out. He should be taking you out. Okay? I have never been to his home. At this point, 2 years, you probably won't get to his home if you haven't been there yet. He claims not to have one. He's coming from somewhere when he comes to you. Was he living on the street? He is in the military, so lives in the camp. So what? You can visit him at the camp. If that's true, you can visit him at the camp. You know, what's going on here? I have visited his city just once, and when I was there, he was very uncomfortable. I also noticed when he comes over to my house, someone would call him, and they talk for hours. Well, that's rude. He comes to your house. He doesn't take you out. You understand? He comes to your house and chats with somebody else on the phone for hours. So then why is he over to your house? To eat, to sleep, and to have sex? That's no good. That's no good. I couldn't tell what they were talking about because it was a foreign language. This is intentional. This is intentional. That's why he's talking these long hours on the phone with this other person, because he knows that you don't understand the language. So you don't know what he's saying or who he's talking to. You understand? This is no good for you. No good. And plus, it's disrespectful. You know, if he wanted to do this, well, then he needs to go back to his camp or base or wherever he crawled out from and make all of his phone calls before he sees you. And plus, you need to cut it off from him coming over to your house. Okay? You need to cut that now. When I asked, he said it was his relative from up country. But then he should talk to his relatives when he's at his house, not to come to your house and want to talk all of the time that he should be showering you. He spends it entertaining some friend or whoever he's entertaining on the phone with. His mother was sick or some other excuse. He's making up stuff. You know, he's telling you that, you know, he's on these long phone calls because of something that's happening in his country. But then he needs to take care of that when he's at his place. Okay? Our dates are at my house only. We never go out on real dates. That's another reason you should cut this off immediately. He is disrespecting you, taking advantage of you, and using you. Okay? Plus, he regularly asks me for money. He seems to have a lot of responsibilities, but that's not your problem. Get rid of him. He sounds like a deadbeat for sure. We don't we don't give men money. Period. Okay? If he doesn't have enough money to take care of his own responsibilities, he's definitely cannot provide for you. Okay? And that's one of the 3 P's that he must provide to be in a relationship with you. If you want to call it a real committed relationship, one of his responsibilities to be a man is to provide for you. He's looking for you to provide for him. Now, don't do it. I suspect he could be married, but trying hard to hide it. He could be. He could be. Because number one, you see that you are a secret. Any man who comes and only dates you in the comfort of your own house, you are a secret. That lets you know right off the bat you are. And he doesn't mean to provide for you. He's coming to take advantage of you. Okay, this man is not doing anything for you. Okay, at all from what I see in this letter. I suspect he could be married, but trying hard to hide it. To be honest, I am so hungry for love, and that's why you are taking this. Because you are so hungry for love that you're willing to settle for anything just to have the male energy in your life. You don't care if it's abusive. You don't care if it's taking advantage of you. You see? It seems to me you don't care what the male energy is bringing into your reality as long as it's male. Because this man is not, from your letter, I don't see where this man is adding to your reality. I see where he's taken away from it. But I don't see where he's adding to your life at all. You say, to be honest, you are hungry for love and an emotional connection. Okay, our relationship centers around sex and money, and I am sick of it. Okay, here we go. All right. I want you to understand that you created this reality for yourself. You created it. Okay? All right. So now that you understand that you have the power to change this at any time you want to, because you have the power. You created it and you can get rid of it. Okay? I believe that you realize that this is not a good situation. It's not really a relationship. You're just a secret. You're just a secret, and he is just using you for whatever he can get out of you. Because he's getting sex, and he has the nerve to ask you for money. You know that's not right at all. Get rid of him. This is a deadbeat lie. And don't settle. You understand? Don't degrade yourself just to be with a man. Know who you are. Love yourself. And don't allow anybody to disrespect you. If you want love, love yourself. Listen, on your spiritual path, you'll have so much love for yourself till you won't feel like you need love from anybody else. If love comes, it's just added to the love that you have for yourself. But it's not fulfilling because you'll already be fulfilled by loving yourself. You understand? People, this is very important to your well-being to understand this. Stop looking for love outside of yourself. You'll never find it. Because that's not where love is. Love yourself. Love your whole self. Love yourself the way that you are. Not the way that you gonna be when you fix yourself. Love the way that you are right now. And work on yourself to grow. To be better and better and better. You understand? Now, being hungry for love puts you in a desperate position. You see? Because just making that statement means that when you're hungry, you're just about to do anything. You understand? And that's why we run out here and we settle. The first man that comes up to us, in our minds, we're going to make the man what we want him to be. You know, we may have, a physical attraction to him. And then we're going to jump all in and hoping, keeping our fingers crossed and hoping that it's going to be a happy situation. And most times it doesn't. And I'll tell you why. Because it's all about you. That's why. It's all about you. You are creating your own reality. I'm going to keep driving it home to you until you understand you are in power of what happens to you. You understand? This man right here, he was no good from jump, but you accepted him. You accepted him. And now you want to sit down and wonder, why is he doing this and why is he doing that and all of that? It all comes back to you. You need to work on yourself. Once you do that, once you get on your spiritual path and be more confident and value yourself, you won't be attracted to men like this. And they will be cautious in approaching you. And I'll tell you why. Because on your spiritual path, you'll be protected. And you'll be putting out an energy that is not of desperation. You understand? I tell you, men, they can pick up on women who are kind of desperate. They can pick up on that. And they use that to their advantage. You're putting out that energy, that aura, that, you're hungry for love. You're hungry for a man. And that's why you'll get any man. Any man will come up to you. And then you'll wonder, why is he treating you the way that he's treating you? It's because it's inside you. You don't value yourself. You understand? You don't really love yourself. You're looking for somebody else to love you and to make you feel good about yourself. You see? It starts with you, people. You love yourself. You love yourself. And you won't feel that you are missing something in your life by not having a mate. I'm telling you. You will be so happy within yourself. You won't care if you have a mate or not. And tell you the truth, when you're in that state of mind, that's when your perfect mate has a chance of showing up for you. One that you both can be happy with together. You understand? He loves himself, you love yourself, and you can be happy together. That's what you want. That's what you want. Why would you be on your spiritual path, building your confidence, you understand? Building your worth, your self-esteem, and then settle for somebody who doesn't love themselves? It's only going to tear you back down. It really is. Ladies, get on your spiritual path. Okay? Get on your spiritual path. And know that these decisions that you make about a love partner, that's free will. That's your free will. Because eligible people will approach you just like People who are not eligible to meet your standards will approach you. But if you're on your spiritual path, you can see them plain as day. And you'll just pass them by. But if you're not on your spiritual path and you're putting out an aura of desperation, you'll look at them like a potential. You'll look at it like a potential. You see? And that can cause your downfall. Okay? Get on your spiritual path and start your spiritual awakening, because this is where your strength is. This is where your strength is. And you will find your love, your true love, right there. Okay? I hope you understand. And I really hope that it helps. Okay, let's look at another letter here. Okay, another young lady. I have been divorced now for about 9 years. Was only a housewife. Listen, there's no such thing as being only a housewife. Do you realize what a big job being a housewife is? You understand? You are on call 24/7 being a housewife. Okay? Where if you had an outside job, you would just go there, 8 hours, whatever. And then you come home. You would have, and maybe you have off on the weekends. When you are a housewife, you never are off the job. It's a 24/7 job. So never say that you were only a housewife. There's no such thing. Men make you feel that way because you understand, they're getting your services for free. And tell you the truth, that's why many of them married you in the first place. So you can take care of them and take care of the home. You see, and they don't have to worry about that part. Okay. I raised our daughter, and my ex-husband wanted it that way. I was fine with that. I was married for 22 years before I was married to him. He treated me so good and loving. Then we got married. The first day we moved into our apartment, it was as if he was a different person throughout the whole marriage. He was unfair to me a few times. He has lied to me and also make fun of me to his friends on the phone. I overheard when he did not know I was listening. The first year of the marriage, he stayed out overnight and walked in the apartment the next morning. And all I asked him was where he was. And then he got so angry. And he put his hands around my neck and tried to strangle me and banged my head against the wall when I had a bad asthma attack and not able to breathe. Once during the marriage, he stood there and was laughing at me. I believe now that he was mentally abusive to me. Now, from your letter, I understand that this is your second marriage. Okay, you were divorced for 9 years and then you met this man. So this looks like your second marriage, if I'm understanding this correctly. And not only is he mentally, emotionally abusive, he's also physically abusive. He's put his hands on you. That's physical abuse. Okay? He went out and purchased a house without telling me and only put his name on the deed at that point after 22 years of marriage. I gave it my all. You know what? I don't know where you are. If you're in America, I don't see how he could have gotten away with purchasing a house and just putting his name on it if you two are married. Okay? There's such thing as community property when you are married. Okay, which means that if I'm not mistaken, and those of you who who in the comment section, you can comment on this. It's my understanding that if you are married and you purchase property, that your spouse is due half of whatever is purchased during that marriage. This is my understanding. Okay? So those of you who are astute in the law, you can comment on this and set us both straight if we don't have this information correct. Okay? I gave it my all and took back my power and filed for divorce. My grandmother paid for it. Is that a narcissist? Was he a narcissist? You know what? If you are away from him, what difference does it make? He could have been, but he was abusive, both physically and emotionally, and that's enough for you to know to never go back to him. Okay? I have had several years to heal from the divorce, and I am so ready to meet a nice man and have a lifetime partner. It's been all those years since the divorce. I have been alone. I know you said online dating sites are no good. They are not. I agree. I have taken your advice and prayed to the universe to bring the man to me. So far, no one. Because, let me explain something to you here. Asking the divine to bring you a perfect mate is not like going and praying for it. It's a difference. Okay? Because in your letter, you said you prayed to the universe. Okay? Now, I hope you didn't beg. I hope you didn't, oh, please send me somebody or whatever like that. Now, once you ask the universe for what you desire in a mate, okay, then you flip it to the present and then you show appreciation as if he's already there. You know, you're thankful that your mate is with you. You see? And you start picturing yourself with him and having a good time with him. Okay? This is a way to manifest your perfect mate. Okay? But you don't beg. You ask the universe for your desire. And you picture yourself enjoying that desire. Okay? So in your quiet time, just picture yourself having a wonderful time with your mate. This is the way that you ask the universe. You don't go in the way that we have been taught to fall on our knees and pray and then wait for it to happen. No, it doesn't work like that. Everything you ask of the universe is in divine timing. Okay? Now, what does that mean? It means that just because you ask for certain things in your life, to receive that certain thing that you've asked for, you need to be vibrating on the same frequency as that thing that you've asked for. Okay? See, this is spiritual, but it's science too. Because we're talking about energy. We're talking about energy. It's just like when you get in your car and you want to hear a certain radio station, you have to turn the dial to that certain frequency to get that radio station. It's the same thing with you. Just because you ask for something, if you are not vibrating on the same frequency, the divine will take you through stages to help you elevate your frequency to receive what you've asked for. You see, I'm going slow here because I want you to grasp how this works. Okay? You see, it's not that soon as you pray for something, it's going to appear just like that. Now, it will once that you have elevated your frequency. Once you've elevated your frequency, your manifestations will come a lot quicker to you. But many of us, we're still in low vibrations, asking for things that are in high vibrations. So the universe will take you through stages to help you elevate to the frequency of your desire. You understand? That's divine timing. You see? The divine is not just going to hand you something in a high vibration and you're living in a low vibration. It doesn't work like that. You have to, if your dream is right here, you have to elevate. You understand? So that you can meet your desire. So that you can have your desire. You see? Now, once you get on your spiritual path and keep your vibrations high, your desires will flow to you more easily and more frequently. Okay? But you have to live in a high vibration. What I'm telling you is that you need to work on yourself. Just because you've been alone for years doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. If you're not on your spiritual path, you're still going to attract the same energy you have always been attracting. Okay? Like these two marriages that you had. If you do not heal, and you say you want a nice man or whoever you want, I'm going to tell you, you will be attracting the same type of men that you have been experiencing all along. Okay? Only healing will change that. You see? That's why I tell you, if you want change in your reality, you have to change. You have to change your reality. It's all about you. And it has always been about you. And this is so important because once you realize that, and you realize that if you work on yourself, then you can have your desires, whatever they are. You understand? But it begins with you. And it ends with you. Okay? Now, let's see if you had anything else in this letter we need to address. You say, I just don't want to be alone. My age is 59 years old. Thank you so much. That's your mindset. You don't want to be alone. You really don't have to be alone. If you love yourself, you will never feel alone. Okay? That's number one. So with you, your statements are statements of desperation. And you will be attracting negative energies to you because you are putting out negative energy. Want, hunger. You understand? That's negative. That's not positive. That's not positive. Because you're putting out lack. It's a lack mentality. You're lacking these things in your life. It's a lack. And as long as you have a lack mentality, that's what you get back. Lack. You understand, people? Get on your spiritual path. And these things will become very clear to you. Very clear. It's very important for you to understand who you are. And to understand the power that you have. It's all inside of you. You know, the message today was, are you hungry for love? If you are hungry for love, you need to get on your spiritual path to be fulfilled. Fulfilled. Because love comes from within. So if you are hungry for love, you have no love within. You understand? You don't love yourself. There's no love there. That's why you feel like something is missing. You need love. You hunger for love because you don't have it within. People, love yourself and you will be fulfilled. You will not feel like something is missing in your life. Okay? Love is really all you need. You will not find it outside of you. Love can only be found inside of you. I hope that you all understand this message, and I really hope that it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to MissFayesWorld@hotmail.com. That's MissFayesWorld@hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter, and I will comply. I want to thank you all for supporting this channel. Thank you all for your comments and your questions. And a special thank you for those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.